Welcome to Bikers Billet. Myself Souvik Sirka. Today I'm going to take you through the accessories for your this lovely bike. That's the Scrambler X400. Why is it called as a Scrambler? Scram, as the word suggests. So it's a mixture of two things. Slightly it has a classic feel to the bike. You can see this has a matte finish, but it's out of metal, stainless steel. ये finish दिया हुआ है, ये stainless steel है. Okay, it's a brush finish. It has a classic tank, classic looks attached to it. On road, off road, you can take this bike. And X factor, that's why they have written as X. ताकि उसमें वो X factor है. Off roading भी आप ले जा सकते हो, city में भी चला सकते हो. You will be comfortable in both these situations. Keeping this in mind, let's start with the accessories. Let's start with the first accessory. Now we have made a visor. Generally, the company OEM provides you a white visor. We have come up with a black visor. The size of both the visors are almost identical. Okay, you get the brackets and also the fittings along with the visor. When you're on the highway, stones are flying. On the roads, off the roads, and even your speedometer is protected. If you mount a mobile over here, your mobile, anything hits, it comes on the visor and directly, and aerodynamically also it has a benefit. Now second is the headlight grill. Now if you see the company's OEM headlight grill, so they have made a mesh type of thing. So in the night ride conditions or nighttime conditions, you will see shadows casting on the front of the road. So light कम आ रही है, shadows ज़्यादा आ रहे हैं, या light और shadow दोनों आ रहे हैं. So which is not at all beneficial. So what we did is we came up with this smart solution. We have made the brackets. You have the acrylic. You even can opt for a yellow acrylic. This is a clear white acrylic. You can either fit this with a stainless steel finish or only the acrylic or either this. You also get a black color option in that for the people who like to be in the black range. Let's come to the another accessory. That's the number plate holder. Okay, now if you put the visor over here, now you don't have a point to mount the number plate. Okay, so what we did is we shifted it over here. The next accessory that we will be covering up is the fog light holder. This fog light holder gets mounted on your front forks. Okay, the main bolts. Okay, we have given you the bushings. This bush are made out of aircraft grade aluminum. The grade is 6061 T6 or 6068 T6. What exactly it means is, it's an aircraft grade aluminum and it has been tempered 6 times to give it the necessary hardness. Hardness क्यों ज़रूरत है? When you are tightening up the bolts, वो press नहीं हो जाएंगे. Aluminum is a soft metal, तो hardness है, तो वो press नहीं होगा. So you are rest assured about it कि if you fit this fog light, your fog, this bolts won't be loose. We give you that guarantee. Whichever light you select, how bigger it is. By bigger, I mean for bikes. You can easily fit it over here. You can see this is the space. There is a slot given also where you can shift the light backward and forward. So that's an added benefit to this brackets. Okay, now this lights, we sell it at Bikers Billet. It's a 120 watt light. This light has a range of about 1 kilometer. 900 to 1 kilometer, and it has two LEDs inside it, white and yellow. So depending on your requirement, you can switch between yellow and white. And if you want more light, you can keep both the LEDs on. You have a switch over here where you can flash it, blink it according to your requirement, road conditions. You can use those lights. Okay, now with this lights, many might be having a question, lights के साथ क्या क्या आता है? What you get along with the lights? With the lights, you get the complete harness. It's a just plug and play kit. You just have to put the lights, the wirings, you have to pull it till here, and you have to fit it with the battery, and you have to give a connection over here. This is the switch. If you have any queries, you can always contact us. You're most welcome. Okay, now the next accessory that we would like is this fork oil seal cover. In Indian roads, most of the people who have a Scrambler, you might be facing that the bike gets dirty very easily in monsoons. It's always better to put a oil seal cover, which will protect you in the longer run, which will save your service cost. Coming to the front fork sliders, the front axle in this bike has a M4 hole. So if it has a M4 hole, you can always use a M3 shaft or near to that. But if you fix on that, during a crash or a fall, your sliders will break off before even sliding. You are fitting it for protection, but it won't be able to protect you. That's because the shaft on which it gets fitted will break. So to resolve this problem, what we have done is we have taken this OEM shafts from Triumph itself. On that side, you already have a M4, M5 hole. Okay, now we have drilled a thread inside it in the original OEM shafts and made it a M6 where you can directly fit on your sliders. And this side we have made a bush. You can fit your sliders perfectly to this bike. Okay. Now many people might be having a question, if we fit these sliders, will there be any issues or problems? No, there won't be any issues or problems. You just have to remove your shaft, the original shaft. Even we would be providing a modified original shaft from Triumph itself. We provide it in the packet itself. You need to change the shaft and you just need to tighten up 2 sliders. So you are sorted out. So now coming to the main point, why we did this and the motive behind this. Okay. Every time you have a crash or fall, your sliders will be the first sacrificial element to sacrifice itself to protect your front forks and the bike, your loved bike. If you fall on the left side or if you crash on the left side, you just need to change the left slider. You can get 1 slider from us. This is the benefit. To do it a easy DIY process, easy on the pocket, easy on the rider, easy for the bikers, we thought of this thing. The next accessory that we would love to cover is your radiator grill. Even though company has given you a radiator grill, why we made this radiator grill, that is the point. Now, why radiator grills are so necessary for our bikes? If you're on the highways, anyways, if you're overtaking a vehicle, you will be at 100, 120 speeds or maybe more. So the vehicle you are overtaking will be at least at a 50 or 60 speed. So any stone flying away on the road will be easily above 130 to 150 kilometers per hour. At that speeds, first case scenario is it will damage your radiator fins. In long run, your cooling might be affected. And the second scenario is if it hits very hard, your radiator will get punctured. And in that case, in the next 10 seconds, your vehicle will come to a standstill because coolants will flush out of that hole. And due to overheating issues, the vehicle will stop. The company gives you a grill, but it's a very soft grill. The radiator grill, if you try to press it, it's a weak radiator grill. I'm not saying bad, but a weak. Not suitable for our Indian roads. In the starting of the video, I was trying to explain you this brush finish parts, small tweaks to the bike. Okay, to maintain that feel or theme on this bike, we had made this SS brush finish radiator grill. Just raw metal, laser cut, bended without a scratch. The design is made in such a way that your center part is more dense and the left and right sides have been left for the airflow. Now why we did it is very simple. When you're in a straight line, you would be speeding it up. Okay, so at that time, the maximum mud or the debris gets collected in the center part of the radiator. So see, if you see the design, the center part is more dense than the left and the right side. Now this radiator grill comes in 2 colors. One is this stainless steel finish and you also get it in black. In black also you have 2 options, MS1 and a SS1. On this SS stainless steel radiator grill, you get a lifetime warranty. It's made out of 304 stainless steel. It won't catch ruts even if you're staying on a beach or a coastal area. The next accessory that we would love to cover is your front brake reservoir cap. We have around 3 designs in this. Over a period of time, you can see these front part of the reservoir area the paint gets chipped off. The reason behind that is if you see this cap, the slit area, water, humidity gets collected and the paint starts to erode. Similarly, you have a rear MC cap. This cap will protect your rear fluid reservoir. Okay. The next accessory is the handle height riser. Now this handle height riser will add 1 inch to your height. Why didn't we go above 1 inch? The reason is if you extend over 1 inch, you can see it has a free space over here. So when you're moving your handles this way, obviously this cable will get stretched. Okay, this way or this way, if you see, your clutch cable still has a free movement over here. So anything above 1 inch, your clutch cables will start falling short. That's why to fit this handle on the OEM settings, we have made it of 1 inch. We provide you all the mounting bolts, everything, accessories along with this product. It's direct plug and play. To maintain this zebra finish look, we have made it a black color. Okay, now the next accessory that we made is the GPS mount. Obviously, if you have a Scrambler, you have a connecting rod over here. So according to your requirement, you can remove that rod and put this GPS mount, because during any ride, if you see, your mobile will always be safe in front of your visor. So anything hitting you, your phone will be safe. If you put it on the left and the right while riding, you have to move like this. But it's always easier if your GPS or mobile is in the center, so you can move like this. These are the bar end weights. The bar end weights will help you in two ways. First, it will reduce the oscillations on the handles, means less vibrations. And the second thing is, during a crash or a fall, you will get this much extra area to protect your rest of the belt. The next accessory we would like to cover is your footrest extender. Now this footrest extender, why is it so special to us? That's because you can fold your footrest along with this extender. Okay, now why this folding part is so beneficial or so critical? We made it in such a way that during a crash or a fall, it should fold. This folding part is important. That's because if your footrest doesn't fold and this part is fixed, so if you fall, this will act as a blade and fall on your leg. So it not only will damage your leg, it will break it off. If you see the OEM design, this is foldable, this is foldable, ताकि आपको चोट ना पहुंचे. So while designing this, we have designed it in such a way that it will fold during a crash or a fall, and it will protect you as well as the pillion. This comes in two colors. This is the black, the base black, and if you want to go with the Scram theme, that metal brush finish looks, we have given you an added option where you can add this SS plate onto this, and you also get the fittings along with it. It will not only aesthetically enhance the look, but you also get this bolts which will give you a traction to the rear pillion. Your legs won't slip. Okay, the next accessory is the backrest. Why this backrest and why this design? This backrest, if you see, this backrest is at an angle. This cushion is fitted at an angle. It's not straight. It's slightly bent towards the rear. If you sit on a chair, if it's a straight chair, you won't feel comfortable. If it's slightly relaxed, you will feel relaxed. That's why we have given it an angle. So in long rides, because this bike itself is designed for long rides, so the pillion will always be comfortable on the rear. And we have given you this gap so that the cushion sits slightly up on the spine, and this cushion is adequate thick to give a proper support to the back. This backrest also acts as a tail rack. In case you want a tail rack, you can always order this extensions and the plate, and you can use this as a tail rack also. For riders who want to go for core riding or core touring and don't require the backrest, we also have a product. It's a tail rack, complete tail rack, which has a higher load bearing capacity than this one. So you have two scenarios how to choose the best tail rack or the backrest for you. If you are a married person, family वाले हो, girlfriend है, city में ज़्यादा घूमना है, you have a pillion most of the times along with you, then best is this. Touring कर रहे हो, load नहीं लेना है, go for the tail rack one. This tail rack has a more load bearing capacity. You can put the top box. Now the next question you guys might be thinking कि future में क्या होगा? Tail rack आप अगर लगा लेते हो, you put a top box. Top box comes along with the cushion, so the cushion will act as a backrest. In this also you can put a top box very easily, but the top box will go quite behind. So if you add more weight to this, then your front wheel might lose traction on an uphill climb. So I would recommend, if you're going to add more than 10-15 kilos on the rear, go with the tail rack version. And if it's around 10 kilos, within 10 kilos, then this is fine. If you see over here, we will bring it to the back. If you see it over here, this angle and this angle is the same. So any direction you look, the angle, the lines and the figure will look beautiful. Keeping beauty aside, the thing is, if you have the same angle, your CG, if you have the front forwarding angle, your CG will always go to the front. And if you have a tail rack which is slanting behind, then it will break over a period of time. And we have added these hooks, so you can add bungee cords if you're using any bags which need to be tightened up, and you can even in long hauls, if you're waiting, you can hook your helmets over here. If you see the top part of the tail rack, the designs are somewhat taken from few of the video games. I would love if you guys can comment this design resembles which video games. Other accessory is the saddle support. If you see, this saddle support gets fitted along with your grab rails, and the saddle support, if you see, it's slightly outward in the rear. If it's outward, your indicators are protected. When you're riding on a bumpy road, this part will come up. So this shouldn't touch this. That's why we have taken this part inside and this part slightly outwards. And the other benefit is, when you have saddlebags and you're going through a narrow spot, so if your bags are like this, it will get stuck. If it's slightly like this, so it will pass. अगर पीछे अटक गया तो घिसक के निकल जाएगा. So that's the other benefit. Apart from that, we have added few aesthetic items to this, like this SS plate over here, this SS plate over here. We have added it in brush finish. So the reason behind that was, this brush finish has the same line as this. So aesthetically, the whole thing blends together. For riders who love to add saddlebags and you want to add bigger saddlebags, you can always order extensions from us where you can increase it from behind or on the front. The another accessory that we would like to cover is the Tyre Hugger. This Tyre Hugger gets directly fitted into your swing arm. So you have to open the axle bolt, rear axle, and slide this in and fit it. You have over here 3 adjustments over here, 2 adjustments over here. According to your requirement, you can shift the mudguard front and in the rear. And it's designed in such a way, even if you're going with a pillion and full luggage system, your rear fender won't touch your rear mudguard. So mud splashing and everything will be less. We have given you mountings over here. That's because mainly you would be using this in the rainy season. So after the rainy season, you can open this 2-bolt and remove it. You can do it at your home and keep this thing there itself. So next coming season, you can again fit it yourself. So every time you don't have to visit the service center to put it in jack and then remove the axle, then do things. This rod itself has the threadings, and after the threadings, we have given you nylon lock nuts, so that if the nylon lock nut fails, then you at least have the threads. So double protection, because it's fitted on the swing arm. It's continuously moving. धक्के लग रहे हैं, उसको झटके continuous लग रहे हैं, तो bolts, it's a normal thing to get loose. So that's why we have added double safety to this Tyre Hugger. Next product is the spools. These spools are made out of 304 stainless steel. We had 2 options, aluminum spool as well as a stainless steel, but we opted for a stainless steel spool. That's because this part, this paddock stand part, which we call it as the forks, when we try to put it on the paddock stand, the lower part gets rubbed over the metal part. Now if it's aluminum, over a period of time it will corrode. In easy language, khadda ho jayega niche. Then you have to replace your spools. This will cost you few bucks more, but it's a lifetime product. You will never have to change these spools till you have this bike. And in future, if you are purchasing a next bike, if it fits, all the best to you. Okay, similarly, if you come this side, we have the same spools over here, stainless steel, but we have given you an option so that you can fit a slider over here. So in case of a fall, you will have an added protection over here. The slider you get only for that side. This side you cannot put a slider. That's because this is the part. So when you're moving, the vehicle is moving, so this part comes down, it will hit over here. So you can add sliders only on the left hand side. We have 2 products. One where you have only the spool and the shaft. And the second product is spools, the shaft, connecting shaft, and the slider for the left side. It's made out of Dell. The other accessory is your side stand shoe. If you see, I am sitting on the rear footpeg. I am pretty comfortable about it. Okay, now this is your side stand shoe. The lower part and the top part are made out of stainless steel. First is the brush finish look, as you can see, and the second is the black, complete black. So anybody who loves the deep black color or complete black color can opt for that. This side stand, what's the benefit? We will talk about it. You get a more surface area. So if you're parking the vehicle on during a off-road in a mushy or soft area, so it won't easily sink. I won't say it won't sink. It won't sink easily. Even if you put a side stand, I will always recommend you to check the area before parking the bike. The other accessory that we would be covering is the toe guard. The toe guard comes in 3 options. Okay. Now this toe guard is a black toe guard. During a crash or a fall, the disc brakes are already hot. So if you fall, it might touch your leg or damage, or things might go inside. So to protect this during a crash or a fall, or this disc might get bent, according to your color preference, you can always choose. Thank you for watching our video. In the description, you can find all the products, and you can also visit our website www.bikersbillet.com, where you can purchase these products according to your requirements. Okay, and if you have any queries or doubts about any products, you can always contact us as a number given below. Okay, and see ya. Bye bye. Ride safe, and catch you in the next video. Bye bye.